Good morning, dear mates and dear tutor. Today I'm going to share with you the Momentary Intermediate Collaborative Task 2. Lesson 3, Guidelines for Designing Effective Teaching Materials 1-5 by Cristian Murcia, tutor Cristian Quintero, Material Design for Virtual Environments, UNAD, November 2016. Lesson 3, Guidelines for Designing Effective Teaching Materials 1-5. Teacher design materials may be developed according to some factors and variables that are offered as guidelines to provide coherent design materials which enhance the learning experience. This can be watched in the next way. The guideline number 1. The guideline number 1 is English language teaching materials should be contextualized according to the curriculum, topics and themes, the experiences, age, stage. In this part, it's very important to take into account the context of the students, of the institutions, and the context of the community of learning, so you can get the best results of your experience in this part. Guideline 2. Materials should stimulate interaction and be generative in terms of language. Okay, this part, materials should allow to the students to practice their skills and to let them have opportunities to change their process and to be the main actors of it. Guideline number 3. English language teaching materials should encourage learners to develop learning skills and strategies so they can become their own problem solvers. In order to reach this guideline, we as teachers must take into account that students have to become their own problem solvers. So we have to provide them with the best experiences and with the best chances to practice and to solve some situation that they can find in their real life or in the daily context. Guideline 4. English language teaching materials should allow for a focus on a form as well as function. Due to the materials need to encourage learners to take an analytical approach to the language. Okay, in this part, students need to be aware of what they are learning and the way in which language is used in their context. So the teacher must provide some materials according to this fact. Finally, we have the guideline 5. Here, English language teaching materials should offer opportunities for integrated language use. For example, you cannot isolate some skills because it's important you try to relate, for example, speaking, listening, writing, reading, in order to the students can practice them in a holistic way and not in an isolated way. So it's very important to give them the chance to relate and to integrate all the skills so they can reach higher levels of proficiency. Well, here are 4 pictures or 5 pictures according to the materials you can use. In this part we have IELTS speaking tips. For example, it's a little book allusive to the readings that you can use, reading materials that you can use in the class. And in this part we have audiobooks, where it's very important because you can put or order the students to write, and while they are reading, they can go listening the pronunciation of the words. It's similar to the technique shadowing, when you are reading and listening at the same time, so you are integrating the skills, as in this picture when it says fluency is reached through listening plus speaking plus reading plus writing, so it's very important as well. You can also make some activities of interviews and role plays where students can practice their speaking in a real way according to any topic. And finally, we have videos and movies with titles. When you are watching a real situation, we are listening, the speaking and reading the structure or the grammar of the words. So here there are 4 pictures that are related to this topic. Finally, we have the reflection. So our reflection here is the next. Currently, teaching materials involves not only the design of arbitrary resources, but also the need to be focused on the skills or ability to learn or to teach. Therefore, it's very important to recognize the importance of the pertinence that materials must have. For example, a student who is practicing his or her speaking skills would need materials that allow him practicing that skill instead of using others one, or they have to just write or just read some things. This is a mandatory field that needs to be considered. For this reason, as professional teachers, before designing or looking for materials, the most important thing is trying to identify the characteristics of the learners and their expectation, needs, weaknesses, and strengths, so we can choose the best materials to develop the lessons in a productive and relevant way. Okay, dear mate, that's it. Thank you for watching and see you soon.